It's Catherine here. I don't know if you guys have ever met me because, you know, we're not on campus anymore, but I'm one of the Griffith staff workers. I'd just like to welcome everyone to our main meeting again. Thanks for joining us, whether you're in Facebook world or here on Zoom. So tonight, as Josh was saying, we're going to have an interview with someone every week. Sometimes that'll be someone who isn't part of our world here at the Con or QCA, and sometimes it will be. Tonight, we're interviewing Tanya Jones and getting to know her a little bit. She's one of our students. She's been around for 4 years now. And so it's quite possible that if you were here before coronavirus, you may have run into her at the Con. So Tanya, hello, are you there?
Hello, yes, I am very much here. Yeah, that's good to be here.
Good to see you. Can you just, for those people who don't know you, can you just introduce yourself, please, and maybe share something quirky about yourself?
Yeah, so I'm studying, well, I studied for the first 3 years of my undergrad. I studied composition, and now I'm doing the last final year, which is honours, in which I'm studying Slovenian folk music, which is really kind of nerdy, but it's something I'm really passionate about. And something that's quirky about myself, there's not much, except really that sometimes I'm really lazy, so lazy in fact that sometimes I can't be bothered to, do the full process of having cereal in a bowl with milk and Wheat Bix and stuff, and I just go for the cereal, dry it with a spoon. So sometimes I do that because I'm lazy. So yeah.
That straight out of the packet?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. That's great. Remind me on camps not to go after you in the breakfast line.
Yeah.
So you're obviously been part of the group for a few years now, and you're someone who I know follows Jesus in their life. But I assume, like everyone, that hasn't always been the way for you. So can you tell us a little bit about how you came to, I guess, trust Jesus and follow him in your life?
Yeah. So, well, I grew up in a Christian family, and my family is still Christian. And I kind of assumed that I was the whole way there. And at around 13 or so, I did ask God to do something with my life and to forgive me for my sins and something along those lines. I don't exactly remember what I said verbatim, but that didn't exactly stop me from not being a Christian for about, I want to say 4 years, I think, in which I didn't go to church. I didn't talk to anyone from church, or like, I believed in God, but I didn't want to live for God. And I think the reason for that really was that the churches that I had been going to, they were decent churches with lovely people, but what they were teaching, it wasn't quite enough for me. I think they were mostly focusing on Christian values, like a Christian doesn't drink, a Christian doesn't swear, a Christian doesn't do this or this or this, and nothing about like the deep theology of, what it is that what is grace, very little to do with that. And that's something that I didn't really get reintroduced to until about second year of uni, where I first came to Ann Street Presbyterian, and I heard what was their series on the catechisms, which are a series of questions and answers to do with like things about Christianity and the Bible and God and that sort of thing. And the question that really struck me then was, what is the chief end of man, and like what is our purpose here? And the answer to that really, really blew me away, which was the chief end of man is to glorify God and enjoy him forever. And that's just a fresh new perspective that completely changed my life. So since then, it's kind of been just wanting to grow more and more and more. Obviously not perfectly the whole way through, but it's still been pretty good, I think.
Yeah, that's really encouraging to hear that. I guess it wasn't so much about values, which are important, but it's more like the primary thing about following Jesus is more just a relationship with God and enjoying him, which I guess is a lot of also what we talked about last trimester. But that's good to see how that's actually impacted you before a few years ago. So tonight we're actually looking at a passage from Philippians that challenges us to actually live for Jesus every day and to live out that relationship with God. So can you just share a little bit about what it's been like for you to live for Jesus while you've been a student at the Con?
Yeah, so it's been pretty normal actually. I don't want to say that that nothing has changed because definitely a lot has changed since I made God my priority. But it's not like it's something that's crazy and strange and so out of place for a Christian to be doing, to be especially evangelizing and just naturally talking to others about faith, about God, about deeper things of life. It's just a really normal thing, and it's really fun to do actually with people. So I've had the opportunity to read the Bible with quite a few of my comp friends over the years, and a mistake that I initially made was that thinking that it was like a teacher-student relationship between us, but really we're both just learning about God and learning how to enjoy God and what it is that the Bible says about him. So yeah, that's kind of what I found in being at the con. It's that it's not necessarily about pursuing what we're there. I mean, we are definitely still going after the music degree or the arts degree or whatever we're doing, but that's not what we live for. We live for God. So yeah.
Wow, it's really encouraging. It's been great to see you do that over the years as well. So just imagine, because you're leaving the con at the end of this year and we're all going to miss you, but just say you come back and visit us in about say 10 years and you come to visit Griffith Christian Students 2030, the class of 2030. What would you like to find in our group? What would we be like?
Well, first off, there's a list. There's a list now. First off, I would love to see heaps of like relationships between everybody there. Everyone just knowing each other and being close friends, knowing each other's spiritual walks, knowing the things that people are struggling with, and like especially the deeper things, and not just a passing hello in the hallway, but actually getting to know each other. I think that would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. That's really encouraging to hear, and hopefully that will be something we keep developing. Yeah, just the sharing our lives with each other in a way that's it's really helpful for us growing as Christians. So thanks for sharing. It's been really great to have a chat with you and get to know you.